Hi, this next exercise I'm going to record is the stomach and the pancreas, organs and the channels. In this exercise, we're going to be covering the organs and channels, like I just mentioned, plus a handful of different chakras that we're going to spend some extra time on to focus on. So first, we're going to go ahead and spend some time on the solar plexus area, kind of outside the stomach. And then we're going to spend some time on the pancreas area, kind of between your navel and the solar plexus, right in the middle of the upper abdomen. And then we're going to also spend some time in the lower abdomen, where the pancreas channel goes through here. And then we're going to work on the root chakra between the legs, the bottom of the torso. And then we're going to spend some time with the focus on the big toes and the big ball of the feet, right behind the big toes. And then just to the lateral of the big toes, we have toe, we'll call the big toe, toe 1, and we'll call the toe next to it, toe 2. The one next to that, toe 3. So we're going to also work on toes 2 and 3 that are really connected to the stomach pathway. And then we're going to work on bring some energy up to the front of the hips. And then we're going to also pull the energy up the chest and connect to some points underneath, some stomach points right underneath the eyes. And then we're going to spend a little bit of time in the crown center at the top of the head. And then a little moment on the chin and a little bit on the throat and the thyroid area. Okay, for this exercise, the hand posture we're going to use, we're going to go ahead and stick this thumb between and through the ring and middle fingers. And then we'll focus on the thumb during this exercise. And then at times we'll focus on the tip of the thumb, other times at the base of the thumb. So just to let you know, so the thumbs really partner with the big toes. They connect to that. So this is the thumbs connected to the lungs, and they connected to the pancreas and the big toes. And then the big part of the thumb really connected to, also connected to the lungs, and it really partners up with the big ball of the feet right behind the big toes. So there'll be times we're putting some extra attention on those areas to help stimulate the big ball of the feet and the big toes. Okay. So to begin with, we'll have this hand posture here, and we'll have the palms facing each other. And then like we normally do, we'll have the feet about shoulder width apart. The knees are soft. And then at first, let's bring our attention to the feet. Think about the feet and the ankles and the feet connecting to the earth. And then we'll bring our attention to the hands and the arms. Then we'll slowly widen the arms, widen the hands, and begin to bring some attention also to the outside of the hands, to the back side of the hands, back side of the wrist area. Bring your attention to the outside of the feet again for a moment, the outside of the ankles. And then we'll slowly bring the hands towards each other with the intention to activate the energy between the hands. Be aware that energy sensations between the hands and to the feet. You feel that. If you're a beginner, you might not feel the feet yet. And then we'll slowly widen the hands. One more time, being aware of the outside of the hands. Into the feet. And slowly bring the hands back towards the center line again. And first, we're going to line our hands up with the solar plexus area right below the center of the chest. So we'll turn the palms facing towards the solar plexus. And then as we were doing, just really be aware of your hands and your feet, and think about the energy from the hands, sending energy to the solar plexus and the stomach. Then next, we'll slowly bring our hands forward away from the solar plexus. Really be aware of the hands and any sensation you notice on your feet. Then we'll slowly pull the hands towards the solar plexus. Think about pulling the energy into the solar plexus. One more time, we'll slowly bring the hands away from the solar plexus. And again, be aware of the hands and the feet and the solar plexus area. If you notice anything on the feet, really be aware of that. If you don't notice anything, that will just gradually develop with time. One more time, we'll slowly pull the hands towards the solar plexus. Think about pulling the energy into the solar plexus in the stomach. Next, we'll lower the hands down to the pancreas level. So again, between the navel and the solar plexus. We'll pause there. And just like we did up at the solar plexus, we'll slowly bring the hands forward away from the pancreas. And slowly pull the hands, pull the energy into the solar plexus, into the pancreas. I'll bring the hands away from the pancreas again. And slowly pull the energy into the pancreas. And next, we'll lower the hands down to the lower abdomen, below the navel. Really think about connecting to the lower abdomen chakra down here. Kind of to the bottom half of the lower abdomen. You really be where the hands, think about the hands connecting to the bottom of the lower abdomen chakra, as well as have some awareness in the feet too. And slowly bring the hands forward away from the lower abdomen. And then we'll slowly pull the hands, pull the energy back into the lower abdomen chakra. And again, slowly bring the hands forward away from the lower abdomen chakra. And pull the energy back in one more time. And next, we'll lower the hands down to the root chakra level, down to the bottom of the torso, be aware between the legs. Also have awareness at the bottom of the feet. And then we'll slowly bring the hands forward again over the feet. Again, where the hands, the root chakra, and the feet. And then we'll slowly pull the energy back into the root chakra. And again, slowly bring the hands forward away from the root chakra. And be aware that if you notice any sensations on the feet getting more grounded and connected to the earth. And we'll slowly pull the hands back to the root chakra. The root chakra, hence the name, really can help to open up the feet so the feet can get really rooted down to the earth. And now bring your hands a little bit above the feet and above the inside of the feet. And begin to put some awareness on the big ball of the thumb, the meaty part of the thumb. Think about connecting to the big ball of the foot. And we can slowly bring the hands forward and over the feet. You can help strengthen that connection or create that connection between the ball of the foot to the thumb, the ball of the thumb. And then slowly pull the hands back closer to the body. One more time, bring the hands towards the big toes. You can also be aware of the big toe, the normal part of the thumb that connects with the big toe. Think about activating the big toe. One more time, pull the hands back a little bit and above the big balls of the feet. Be aware of the big balls of the feet, also the inside arches of the feet, where they connect to the pancreas channel. One more time, bring the hands forward, kind of above, connecting to the big toe. And then we'll slowly bring the hands lateral over the toes, from the big toe out to toes 2 and 3. They connect to the stomach channel. And now the energy will run from the toes 2 and 3 up and over the top of the feet to the front of the ankles. So now we'll slowly kind of pull the hand back towards the body. Think about guiding the energy from the toes 2 and 3 over the top of the foot to the front of the ankle. And then we can slowly backtrack there, open the front of the ankle back over the top of the foot, back to toes 2 and 3. One more time, pull the energy from toes 2 and 3 over the top of the feet to the front of the ankles. And now you can just pull the hands directly towards the front of the hips. Be where the hands stick to the hips. Or if it feels okay, you can bend down a little bit. And I feel that connection with the hands to the front of the ankles. Then slowly stand up. Pull the energy up the outside front of the shin, up to the outside front of the knee. Then continue to guide the energy up the outside front of the quadricep, the thigh, and up to the front of the hip. So we'll have the connect to the front of the hip. And then slowly bring the hands forward away from the hip. Be aware of your feet, the hands, the feet, and the front of the hip. And then slowly pull the hands back to the front of, towards the front of the hip. And again, we'll slowly bring the hands forward over the feet, over and away from the front of the hip. And slowly pull the energy back the front to the front of the hip. And again, have some awareness on the bottom of the feet, to the front of the hip, and to the hands. Next, we're going to begin to guide the energy up the stomach channel, continue up the stomach channel, up the abdomen, and then up the chest. So slowly raise your hands up the chest. And then we'll come up, up the abdomen, then come up the chest, come up to the front of the collarbones. And then we'll slowly guide the energy up the outside front of the throat, up the outside front of the face. And then we'll come to the points right underneath the eye. So bring the hands up underneath, connect to the points right underneath the eye, kind of small little chakras there. And then slowly pull your head back. As you pull your head back, bring your attention to those stomach points underneath the eyes. And have the intention to activate those points. And then slowly bring your head forward with the intention of those activated points to connect the energy with the hands through the field. And then you can slowly bring the head forward and pull the head back again. Attention back to the points underneath the eyes. Bring the head forward again, further up and connect the energy underneath the eyes to the hands. Pull the head back one more time. And the head forward again. Continue to be where the energy between the points underneath the eyes and the hands. And next we'll slowly bring the hands kind of in front of the third eye. And then we'll raise the hands above the crown center and we'll turn the palms up. Let's be where the back of the hand, the yang side of the hand, and down to the bottom of the feet connecting to the earth. If you put some attention on your wrists, you might also begin help to activate the ankles. And then we'll slowly rotate the palms facing towards the top of the head again, and slowly lower your hands down in front of the face, bring your hands down in front of your chin. So next we want to activate and connect to the chin. So like we do with the eyes, slowly pull the head back a little bit, your attention on your chin, think about activating the energy on the chin. And then slowly bring the head forward. Again, trying to create like an energy beard or energy connection with the chin to the hands. And slowly pull the head back and forth a few times, very slowly. The next we'll lower our hands down in front of the throat and the thyroid. The thyroid has a big connection to the digestion, metabolism, as everyone knows. Think about connecting to the thyroid right in the center of the chest, right in the center of the throat. And we'll slowly bring the hands away from the throat, away from the thyroid. And then slowly pull the hands towards the thyroid. Pull the energy into the thyroid. And then slowly bring the hands away from the thyroid again. And just like we were doing before, really be where the hands, the feet, and then the chakras we're focused on. So slowly pull the energy back into the thyroid. Then be where the hands, into the feet, if you can sense the feet. The next we'll lower our hands down in front of our chest, then in front of the heart chakra. Go ahead and kind of bring the hands in front of the heart chakra for a second, in front of the middle of the chest. And then we'll slowly bring the hands down, back down to the solar plexus. And hold the hands there, in front of the solar plexus. Think about the hands again, the feet, the solar plexus. And now this time to help stimulate the chakras, instead of bringing the hands forward to and away from the body, we're going to bring the hands up and down more in a vertical fashion. Let's lower the hands down, maybe a couple inches below the solar plexus. And still think about activating the solar plexus here. Then slowly raise your hands back up right into the center of the solar plexus level. And then you can slowly raise the hands up just a little bit above the solar plexus. Still thinking about energizing the solar plexus. And some of you might really feel the feet really activated here. Bring the hands back down right in front of the solar plexus again. And then a little bit below the solar plexus. Now we'll lower the hand down in front of the pancreas. Now also put some attention for a moment on the thumb and the big ball of the thumb. And you can also think about the big toes and the big ball of the foot, as well as to the pancreas. And we'll lower the hands down just a little bit below where you think the pancreas is, still above the navel. Pause there for a moment. And then bring the hands up a couple inches higher. Still thinking about energizing the pancreas. And then lower the hands down a little bit lower again, still above your navel. Bring your hands down just a tiny bit more. Really pay attention on your body where the pancreas is. And then bring the hands up a little bit. And then down a little bit again. Still thinking about the pancreas. Then we'll lower the hands down to the lower abdomen chakra. And really be where the feet and the hands. And lower the hands down to the bottom of the lower abdomen. And then raise the hands up a little bit. Still at the bottom half of the lower abdomen. And then bring the hands up a little bit higher. And then back down to the lower part of the lower abdomen again. Now we'll lower the hands down to the root chakra level. First, we can bring the hands down a little bit below the root chakra. It'll be where the hands and the feet and the root chakra. And then slowly raise your hands up a couple inches, or right in front of the root chakra. Then raise your hands up to the bottom of the lower abdomen. Still being aware of the hands, the feet, the root chakra area. And lower your hands down in front of the root chakra. Then lower your hands down below the root chakra. Put more attention on the bottom of the feet. And then we'll slowly widen the hands, bring the hands above the inside of the feet. Just like last time, think about connecting to the arches, inside arches of the feet, as well as the big ball of the foot and the big toes. But for this part of the feet at this moment, slowly bring your hands a little bit, and lower your hands down a little bit, really being aware of the big ball of the feet, be aware of the ball of the thumb again. Then raise the hands up a little bit, still being aware of that big ball of the foot. You might feel the energy just getting more stimulated as we bring the hands up and down a little bit. Lower your hands down a little bit again. Now pull the hands back a little bit closer to the body and begin to, with the intention to connect to the inside of the arches. We can raise the hands up a little bit here to help stimulate the inside of the arches. And then we'll bring the hands back down. And now slowly bring the hands a little bit forward. Thinking about connecting to the big toes now. Put more attention on the thumb, the main part of the thumb. Slowly raise the hands up a little bit, help to further stimulate the big toes. And then lower the hands down, still with your intention on the thumbs and the big toes. Next, we'll go ahead and widen the hands out, connect to the stomach channel. So going over the toes 2 and 3. Let's raise the hands up a little bit, give toes 2 and 3, the stomach channel, a little bit of stimulation. And then lower the hands, push the hands down a little bit. Next, we'll slowly pull the hands, guide the energy from the big toes over the top of the feet to the front of the ankle again. So slowly pull the hands towards the legs, help guide the energy to the front of the ankle. And like I mentioned last time, you can just bring your hands either in front of the hips and do what we'll do in a moment. Or if it feels okay for you, you can bend down a little bit with your intention to connect the hands to the front of the ankles. And then slowly stand up with the intention to pull the energy up the outside, the front outside of the lower shin, up the stomach channel, up the front outside of the knee, and up the front outside of the thigh. And guide the energy all the way up to the front of the hip. So they'd be where the front of the hip again, to the bottom of the feet, just like last time. Now let's lower the hands down using this vertical movement like we've been using this round. You feel that connection to the feet. And then pull the hands back up towards the front of the hip. Do that one more time. Lower the hands down. Helping to sink the energy from the feet into the earth. And raise the hands back up, still being aware of the energy at the front of the hip. And then we'll begin to guide the stomach energy up the abdomen, then up the chest, up the outside front of the throat, then up the front outside of the face, up right below the eyes again. Stop below the eyes again. This time we'll slip, push the hands away. Actually, let's pull the hands down a little bit, try to feel that connection with the points under the eyes, and then raise the hands back up towards the points underneath the eyes. And again, slowly pull the hands down a little bit. Using this vertical motion to help stimulate the points underneath the eyes. And then raise the hands back up, front of the points underneath the eyes again. And then we'll bring the hand in front of the third eye. Then guide the energy from the third eye up to the crown center at the top of the head. And like last time, we'll turn the palms up and begin to be where the back of the hands, the yang side of the hands, to help further stimulate the feet and the crown center. So be aware of the crown center a little bit, the back of the hands, and the back of the hands and the feet, rooting and grounding into the earth. And next, we'll rotate the palms facing the top of the head. And then we'll slowly guide the energy down the face, back down to our chin again. So again, hold the hand in front of the chin. And let's slowly pull the head back a little bit. Be aware of the hands stimulating the chin. And then bring the head forward. Still feeling that connection with the chin to the hands. And then pull the hands down a little bit and pull the head back to help stimulate the chin. And then lower the chin down, bring the hands back in front of the chin again. One more time. Being aware that the hands connect to the chin, pull the hands down a little bit, and pull the head back a little bit. And then we'll bring the hands back in front of the chin. And then we'll lower the hands down to the front of the throat, thinking about the thyroid. Let's lower the hands. Try to feel that connection with the hands, the thyroid. You might feel that connection to the feet with the hands as well. Lower the hands with that connection to the thyroid down towards the top of the chest. Then slowly raise the hands back up in front of the thyroid. And then slowly pull the hands back down to the top of the chest. And then we'll lower the hands down to the center of the chest and the heart center. And then lower the hands down in front of the solar plexus. Sometimes you can experiment with pushing the thumb into the ring finger, help stimulate the energy that way. Okay, so now that we've finished the 2 rounds of this exercise, more what I call the yin style, we're going to begin to bring the hands together, making the yang style to help strengthen the energy of this system more. So we can just go ahead and using the 5-element system, we'll just use the earth element, the stomach and the pancreas. Bring your hands together and the heels of the hands too. Okay. And then with the hands like so, we'll hold the hands in front of our solar plexus. Again, keep the heels of the hands together. You wear the hands and the feet, solar plexus. And then slowly Push your hands away from the solar plexus. And then we'll slowly pull the hands back to the solar plexus. And being aware of the hands and the feet again, the solar plexus area. One more time, slowly push the hands away from the solar plexus. And then pull the hands back close to the solar plexus again, keeping the heels of the hands together. So don't bring the hands too close with the hands. Separate. And now we'll lower the hand down in front of the pancreas. So now we think about energizing your pancreas, also being aware of the hands and the feet. And slowly push the hands forward away from the pancreas. And then pull the hands back to the pancreas, pulling the energy into the pancreas. And again, slowly push the hands forward away from the pancreas. And then pull the hands and the energy back in. Next, we'll lower the hands down in front of the lower abdomen chakra. Keeping the heels of the hands together, so you can't really bring the hands close to the lower abdomen. Let be over the hands, the feet, and the lower abdomen here again. Then you can slowly kind of push the hands forward and up a little bit. And then slowly bringing the hands back closer to the lower abdomen, still keeping the heels of the hands together. One more time, slowly push the hands forward and up, away from the lower abdomen. And then next we'll go ahead and let's keep raising the hands up. Bring our hands up to our chest level, and we'll pull our hands towards the chest and the heart chakra. Still keeping the heels of the hands together. Be aware of the hands and the feet here. Now we're going to go ahead and raise our hands up. You can push your hands away from the heart center if you want to, but I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit shorter demonstration here. You can go back later and do that. You bring your hands up to your shoulder level, in front of the thyroid here. Continue to be aware of the hands and the feet, the thyroid, and the shoulder level, shoulder areas. Now we'll raise our hands up. Let's bring our hands up in front of the third eye. And again, be aware of the connection with the hands and the feet. And then we'll bring the hands above the crown center. And then we'll slowly lower the hands back down in front of the third eye. And then we'll lower the hands down in front of our chest. And we'll bring the hands in front of the solar plexus. Okay. So we'll go ahead and separate the hands, open the fingers. And you go ahead and move a little bit, loosen up any stiffness you feel. Okay, so that was just a simple basic exercise right there for the stomach and the pancreas. And the advanced version I'm going to show, we're going to begin to combine different hand mudras. So we'll have the stomach and the pancreas, the earth element combined with the water element, the kidneys, or the fire element of the heart and small intestines, et cetera, et cetera. So then we really can begin to combine the 5 elements, and we can really begin to really strengthen the elements even more than when we just use the element by itself. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that practice. And again, like I said, you can kind of stop that. You can do more than what I did, just giving kind of like a little foundation of the exercise for you to do. All right, look forward to talking to you soon. Have a great practice.